Hello and welcome. Today I am going to discuss meta-ethics. Meta-ethics means beyond ethics. In ethics, we have seen that we usually discuss about morality, different moral conjectures and what is moral judgments. Meta-ethics actually studies what is beyond ethics. It means that in ethics, some words we are using, we in our life also we are using, but what does it mean actually? What are the essence of those words? What are the true meaning of those words? What are the origin of those words? All these things discussed in meta-ethics. The meta-ethics focuses on what morality itself is. In ethics, we usually talk about that when we are analyzing some action, we define it as moral or immoral. Now, meta-ethics focuses on that particular thing, that what does it mean? What is morality itself? The very nature of morality and essence of morality. So, these are the main features of meta-ethics. Now, normative ethics, meta-ethics versus normative ethics. In ethics, there are mainly three domains. One is meta-ethics, normative ethics and applied ethics. Now, normative ethics provides us a guideline or criteria against which we can judge our action, whether it is right or wrong, moral or immoral. So, it tells us that what we ought to do, what is the ideal behavior. But meta-ethics, it actually discusses about the meaning, the nature, the true essence of those words. Why we should say something as moral, why we should say something as good, what is the special features which are making that particular thing as good or bad. So normative ethics focus on what is moral and meta-ethics focus on what morality itself is. Now, meta-ethical fields of study, they are meta-ethics studies moral semantics, moral ontology and moral epistemology. The words which are using in ethics, meta-ethics tries to understand the meaning of those words. What is the meaning of those words? So it is moral semantics. Moral ontology is actually what is the meaning of moral terms and judgments. It is moral semantics. Meaning of such words, good or bad or something. The conceptions hidden in those terms. Now, moral ontology. Ontology means whether these moral words, the words are really has any true existence. Are they really existing? Why they are completely psychological in nature? What is the real nature of moral judgments? Why? What is the real nature? What is actually giving us that why we are calling something as moral, whether moral judgments are absolute or relative, are they somewhere else in physical world or they completely psychological. So these all things they study. Now, moral epistemology, how we can know if something is right or wrong. Now, when we are telling something as immoral, moral, meta-ethics, moral epistemologies seeks to understand that what is the method which is by which you are actually explaining, we are actually analyzing some action as good, bad, moral or immoral. Is there any specific method? How moral judgments be defended? How we can say that a particular thing is immoral or moral? Though parameters are there, but on which ground? In normative ethics, we have seen that there are many understandings like consequentialism, deontology, many things are there. But in ethics, especially in meta-ethics, what are the criteria? Why we are telling something is moral or immoral? Now, all these meta-ethical domains are related. When we are talking about all these domains, means moral semantics, moral ontology, and moral epistemology. These three fields are interrelated. For example, when we actually claiming something as very bad thing, very bad. Now, bad from which context? To explain something as very bad or wrong, We need to understand especially that what is the meaning of bad from ethical point of view or wrong from ethical point of view. Now this is moral semantic. Now this bad thing, is it relative? It is relative, or it is somewhere, it is absolute. I mean somewhere there in a physical world, or it's completely psychological and completely relative. It is moral ontology. And epistemology, moral epistemology, that when we are telling something as bad, that a wrong thing, that how we know is that because always we have seen that something is bad in one context, but at the same time the same thing is good for some other. So how are we defining something as bad? So is there any special method? So it is comes under the domain of moral epistemology. So from here we can understand that when we are judging something unknowingly or unconsciously, we are actually taking the help of three things: moral semantics, moral ontology and moral epistemology. So that is why they are interdependent. This is a very brief discussion of meta-ethics and core idea of meta-ethics. Thank you.